Hey, y'all. Well, we're back again. It's Monday night, folks. Monday night. Wow, it has been one of those weeks. This has been the absolutely best weather that we have had, and I couldn't tell you when, guys. It was absolutely beautiful all week. We had sprinklings of rain here and there, but nothing major, guys. Nothing major. I got a piece of peppermint in my mouth in case I'm talking funny, guys. Sorry. It'll be gone in a minute. Hey, Sheila. How are you, hon? And there's Peter from Old Man King. Hello, hello. I was just saying I got a piece of peppermint in my mouth, so if I'm talking funny, I'm sorry. I'll chew it up here in a minute. Hey, Havita. How are you? Avita's talking to everybody. We're going to give everybody a minute or two. See what's going on around here. It's been one of those weeks, guys. One of those weeks. But absolutely, absolutely beautiful here. Hey, Havita. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see me today. Kind of faded out with this whatever aqua color or whatever it is, funky blue Ellen Georgia t-shirt or sweatshirt I got on. We had to rush in, guys, from my daughter's house. Had a little impromptu birthday party for one of my grandkids. I'll tell you all about it in a minute. Guess y'all can hear me chewing. There's New Horizons Above and Beyond. Hello, hello. How are you? Good to see you back. I'm trying to get this piece of peppermint chewed up that's in my mouth, guys. Does Temu worry y'all to death if you've ever ordered anything from them? Man, they send me 100 texts a day. Hey, Wheat, how are you, dear? Okay. New Horizon says they have a bunch of new videos out. Cool, cool, cool. Have to check those out, everybody. We'll give it a couple of minutes. I was rushing around getting up here. We went down today. My next to the oldest granddaughter, Haley, turned 20 years old today, guys. I'm so proud of her. She started her own little cleaning business. She's been working with a lady. Out of high school, she took a job at the Christian First Baptist Christian School uptown. And she had the teeny tiny baby class. And then they moved her up to the 2 to 4 year olds or whatever that class was. Boy, she said she never had any help. She just had fits. So she worked there for about 2 years, a year and a half, something like that. And she told them she had to let them have it. I don't blame her. They would have drove me nuts too. Peter, I'm always putting stuff in my cart too. Sometimes I don't go back and get it. Hey there's Bobby at Petty Jean River. Not Petty Jean, Pettit Jean. I'll get it right in a minute, guys. Get it right in a minute. Good to see you, guys. Hadn't seen you in a while. Glad to have you back. Well, Haley turned 20 week, and she started her little cleaning business, and she's got her a couple of houses, and it was so funny. She thought she was talking to my sister's boyfriend or fiance, whatever he is. Turned out she was talking to his son. He just said, hey, this is Ellis. You want to clean my house? So she was texting back and forth what all he wanted done and all that stuff. And to give him a prize, she hadn't been to his house. And he said, I just got a small house. And we were thinking, yeah, sure, Anyway, Comes to find out it's his son she's talking to. Well, we cracked up about that. Then tonight she got a message from somebody named Rachel. Well, we thought it was my niece, or our next to the youngest granddaughter, I guess, and saying, you want to come clean my house? Well, turned out it was somebody else too named Rachel. Because nobody has their last name. They just send her a text and say, hey. So we thought it was real funny. But we had a cake and ice cream cake. And boy, it was good. Tanya fixed lasagna. That was delicious, guys. We had just past birthday. Riley, next to the oldest grandson, had a birthday. He turned 17. That was like on January the 25th, I think. And then February the 23rd, we got another granddaughter. She'll be 11. So it's just amazing to me how fast they're rolling around already, guys. They're rolling around. So I sent out cards to those two because I didn't have their address, their new mailing address up there in Ohio. It took them forever to give the military to give it to them. So I got their address and mailed them out cards today, the ones up in Ohio. I went down and had dinner with Haley. That was nice. We enjoyed that. I'm real proud of her, though, guys. She's growing up. They're all growing up so good. Got fantastic grandkids, I have to say. I'm really proud of all my grandkids. Anyway, guys, we have got so much going on here. With all these meetups coming up, I'm so excited. Coming up in next month, first weekend in March, I'm going to the Helen, Georgia meetup. Excited about that. Really excited about that. Going to see some people. I'm going to also visit a friend that lives up that way. She lives about 20 or 30 minutes outside of Helen. Got to go visit her while I'm up there because, you got to do what you got to do. Social Security coming soon. Social Security probably leaving soon. We're probably losing it, guys. Wait said today is her birthday too. Is it really? Wait, well, happy birthday, hon. I didn't realize that. Co. Yeah. Huh. Did not have a clue. Usually we have everybody's wrote down that we can think of on the calendar, but yours wasn't on the calendar this year, hon. Sorry about that. We try to transfer them year to year to year, so yours must have got dropped. Sorry about that. That's the way it goes around here. Oh, Lordy. I ain't going to ask how old you are, how young you is. How young you is, honey. Because we know we as young as we feel. Sometimes we feel real young. Sometimes we feel real old. But, guys, I was just saying earlier, I don't know if y'all caught it, but it has been absolutely gorgeous here. It has been up in the 70s and on up in the 80s a couple of times here in Georgia. And we are just so excited about it. Last night I got a little chilly. I only had the sheet on me. So I had to drag up a blanket, guys. Had to drag me up a blanket that I'd been throwing off this last couple of weeks. Still going to be nice here, but it's going to get cooler, guys. It was like 52 at 9 o'clock this morning. I don't know what it was when it first started out in the morning because I didn't get up. Travis Tritt's birthday was yesterday. Oh, really? Travis Tritt. Cool. I didn't know that. 62 also. Wow. Wheat says, doesn't matter anymore. She's 73. Wow. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine, Beverly. I've been telling y'all my hair's falling out. Well, I was talking to her and I told her she's a nurse and I was talking to her. She's about 10 years older than me. And she told me, she said, girl, I lost all of my hair last year. She said, all I had was little peach fuzz up there. It looked like a baby's head. She said she went to an endocrinologist, however you say it. The specialist that does all the blood work and all of that stuff. And they told her that she had some hormones that were messed up. Not the female hormone type of thing, but Anyway, she said she started taking the medication and she said it's growing back good now and coming in thick. So I'm proud of that. I might have to go find me one of those doctors, endocrinologists. I don't know how to say it. Anyway. I'm like, we've had so many of them, just one more. Neither here nor there. Oh, Lordy. Madison says she wants to go with me over to the Gold Camp one day soon, and I hope she does. It'll be fun to have some company. We'll sit out there, and I got a friend that lives right up the road, and when he finds out I'm there, he'll come down and hang out with us and tell us all kinds of crazy jokes. His name is Daryl. His last name is Farrow. Daryl Farrow. I don't know if any of y'all know him, but anyway, he's a character. Sold horses and traded and swapped and everything else forever. We used to have the most fun riding and camping around with him. My friend Mr. Max is doing well. He wishes his face hair would fall out. Don't want to look like Santa. We were out eating the other day, and this little girl just kept on looking at Joey. We were having pizza at Johnny's, and she wasn't but 10 months old, and she just kept looking at him, and she'd point at him, blah, 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 and then she started waving. It was the funniest thing. She was so excited about his beard. So, turn some girls on. They might be real young. I told him, see there, honey, not all women don't like it. I said, this beard craze has really went overboard now, y'all. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it is. But anyway, I got tickled at the little girl. She was just so excited to see Joey. She just kept looking at him and pointing and waving. And I asked her, Mom, she's going to be really smart because, boy, she paid attention to everything going on around her. And all the people, when the waitresses came, she checked them out, looked at them, looked at what they were doing with their hands. It was just so funny. I said, that little kid's going to be super smart when she grows up. Anyway, it's what I like to see, kids that are really into it. Anyway. Oh, Lordy, I'd sing happy birthday till you wake, but you wouldn't want to hear it. I have a horrible voice. My voice just, that's all over the place. But just the way it goes, guys. That's the way it goes. But I'm really excited. My granddaughter Haley told me, we were down there talking, and I said, what time is it? And they told me, and I said, well, I got to get back up to the house because I got a live here in a little while. Her fiance or whatever. He says, well, we watch y'all every month. We watch you every Monday night. I said, really? He said, yeah, every Monday night we watch you. And I said, why don't y'all make a comment? They watching. That's good, I guess. Proud to have them. Anyway, it's just so funny, guys. So funny. She's such a pretty girl, though. Wish I was that pretty when I was her age. Those big old blue eyes. That's just so fun. So funny, Bobby. I understand what you're saying, though. That facial hair, if you're one that shaves, that would get real old, too, I'd imagine. But like ladies are expected to keep their legs shaved all the time. It would get old. Guys, I have got to get started on my garden beds, getting them ready. I have one of the sheep. I locked her up. The one I posted a picture of and said, what do y'all think? She's going to have one or two. She's really blowed out there now. I checked her bag, and she didn't have any milk dripping from her boobies. So she may not go today, but I got her pinned up anyway. I just don't want her to do it outside in the case it pours down rain or something, And all the other sheep in there stomping and rambling around, they might hurt some of them. Hey, there's Darren, my friend from magnificent Germany, guys. And I'm looking forward to the meetup. I was just telling him we got a meetup next month in Helen, Georgia. Oh. Yep. I'm so excited about it. I got so many I want to do. I want to do the soil family meetup. I'm really excited about going and getting some plants, really. Oh, and they've got a thing, and the guy is going to tell us, a guy is going to do a show and tell or whatever. We're going to go to his place, and he's going to tell us all about how to raise any kind of fruit tree we want to raise. So I'm interested in that, guys. Really interested. Maybe I can get some feedback on my whatever that's wrong with my fruit trees. So looking forward to that. Anyway, but I want to go there. I'm going to be doing some hangout in downtown that night, Friday night, Thursday night, Friday night, I guess Saturday night also. downtown Savannah, just hanging out with the whole group and seeing what's going on. They got a lot of stuff going on. It's the Blacks Tropical Homestead that are putting it on. If you've ever watched any of their videos, they have a YouTube channel, and it's called the Soil Family Expo, I think, anyway. Or just soilfamily.com, I believe is how you get in touch with it. Getting this garden planted in a few weeks. Well, you guys live on down further, so you can probably do that. I've got to wait another couple of, probably the end of March before I put anything actually in the garden. Now, I'm hoping to go ahead and get some plants started about the last week or second, maybe the third week of February, so that I can get them in the garden and then be up and going good by the time I can get them in there. Okay. Which meetup are you talking about? New Horizons? There's a lot of them going on there. We've got the MT Homestead, and then the one that Jan puts on every year up there in Missouri. And then there's the Texas Expo that I'm going to. I've got to get them a picture of my design here so that they can put it up on their board. They said they're going to have little grab bags for the people that are coming, their channels that are coming. So that'll be cool. I'm trying to get there. Okay, cool. Well, it'd be nice if you could, but you know how that goes. It's a lot of fun. They don't really have a whole lot planned as far as tying you down at this meetup. You go in, they have breakfast and dinner each night. If you want to attend, you do. If you don't, that's fine. Saturday night, they have a big dinner. It's a lot of fun there. Everybody cracks up. It's always something going on. All the channels are in the same restaurant, or a lot of the channels are. I enjoyed it tremendously last year. Joey and I did. Sweet beans, sweet corn, green beans, corn peas, cabbage, radishes, and potatoes. I'm hoping to get some good potatoes this year. I planted a lot of sweet potatoes the year before and did good with them, but I did not plant any Irish potatoes. So I'm hoping to plant me some white potatoes, Irish potatoes, whatever you want to call them, this year along with it. And I'm going to plant me a whole row of sunflower seed if the birds don't get them all. I got my seed saved from my other flowers. I saved all that stuff and never did get it going. I'm going to the Missouri meetup. Living's okay, cool. All right. I know Jan has that one that she puts on over there. It's in Lake Palm de Terra, at Palm de Terra Lake in June. I think it's 2nd of June. I'm not positive, but anyway, I can check it out for you. Have tons of elephant garlic and asparagus. Oh man, I'd love to have some elephant garlic to plant. I got to get me some. I was going to pick some up and I just keep forgetting it. I know it's time to get the garlic in the garden beds already. I did put in some at the end of fall, beginning of fall last year. So there's 5 or 6 sprouts out there going again. We got some in the other bed. I want to put a row in each bed. That way it kind of keeps away some of the bugs, helps a lot with that actually. My asparagus is doing great also. Good for you. I love the asparagus, guys. Wrap that stuff in bacon, put you some good seasoning on it and pop it in that air fryer. It comes out so good. Good God Almighty. Make you want to slap your grandma. As the old saying goes. Darren, would you like to come up and tell people about the meetup? You can tell them more about exactly what's going on and all that stuff. I can't remember. I did post it at the very beginning. If you go back up, and it's also right here if you can click on it. Hopefully you can. If you'd like to come up, you can. You're welcome to. Yeah, I am hoping for potatoes. I want tomatoes, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and Irish potatoes. I want to plant some corn this year. I don't know if it's going to come up, and if it does, we'll eat a little bit of it, but most of it I'll save for the animals. But I want to plant a couple of really long rows of corn. And, the deer may get it because I don't have beds that can hold that kind of corn. So I'm probably just going to run a row down one of the pastures, run it through one of those that I'm not putting the animals in, and or paddocks or something, and just let it go. If it makes it, it makes it. And if not, that's okay. Eventually, I'm going to be moving to Georgia. Oh, cool. That will be nice. Good to see you. I don't know what part of Georgia you're planning on moving to, but that'd be nice. Yeah. Yeah, I really like it here. We have a lot in the county that I live in, we have a lot of rules and regulations. And I know some of it's good because nobody wants to live next to a trash pile. And there's lots of people that do that, But they are just to the extreme. Like, I'm not allowed to have any buildings on my property that other than what's on here now. I had to get a special permit to put the big barn up, and I'm supposed to be tearing down the really old barn out here and another building. And, I told them, I said, they're coming down. I said, but, we're in our 60s. We're going to take them down as we get time and the energy to do it. So when they come down, whatever. They're just so picky about stuff and fines, and it's just so much, guys. It's so much. If I were going to start over, I would move myself into probably Chambers County, Alabama. Chambers County, Alabama is a really nice area people are moving to. They don't have all these picky laws. Their taxes are so much better. Of course, their streets and all are not as good. You pay for what you get, I guess. You know how that goes. Somebody's trying to get in. There's Darren. Hey, yeah, let everybody know what's going on.
Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing
well.
Cool.
We're doing great. So let's go. What's going on with the meetup?
All right. I like the shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Good deal. Folks, this is the 5th annual Helen, Georgia meetup. I can't believe it. We're meeting Friday for ice cream. Those who can make it. All right. But those who can make it Friday at 2:00, we're meeting for ice cream. Okay. They closed down the whole shop for my group. And I don't pinpoint everybody's, be here at 2, 1, all that stuff. A lot of free time. Saturday mornings, who wants to meet for a nice big breakfast at Hoffer's. We meet at about 7:00 in the morning. I'm an early riser, and we eat breakfast. And everybody does their thing throughout the day. Everybody's meeting up, talking, getting together, different groups. And 6:00, that's the big shindig. That's the big 6:00 p.m. at the Hofbrau House, and where we have a section of the restaurant closed off for our group. And it's a great time getting together with other folks, people with channels and people that don't have channels. There's a lot of people who don't have channels that come, and there's a lot of folks that do have channels that come. And it's just a great time. It's a lot of fun. And it's a really good time. And on Sundays, those who want to be there, we have a thing called Church by the River at 11:00. Well, the first meetup, I had people say, well, I don't want to miss church and everything. I said, well, next year we're gonna have a church service. So we have a church service available for those who will come. And at 11:00, we literally have it outside by the river. And the folks and they've been coming every year, and they're like, man, this is great. So now that's a big thing too. But it's just a really, really neat time. And it started by accident. All right. Years ago during the C word days. Remember the C word days?
Yeah. We don't want to talk about it.
Exactly. Everybody was live. I was live all the time. All these folks were live, and me and Blaine from Rayleigh Creative Travel were him and some other people. We were talking about. I heard they have spaghetti ice. Spaghetti ice is this famous ice cream that I love. It's on my thing right there. Hey, you know that lady back here?
Yeah.
And so we were just talking about, hey, wouldn't that be nice to meet up there and get some spaghetti ice in Helen, Georgia? I heard they have spaghetti ice. Yeah, so we kept calling meetup, not to have a meetup. Well, next thing I know, I was getting messages. Well, when's the meetup? What time's what? I'm like, what meetup? What are you talking about? Well, they saw replays of the live stream, because this is like 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then a day after that, someone says, "Oh, I bought my flights from Boston, Massachusetts. We're flying in Atlanta. We'll meet you in Helen." I'm like, "What's going on here?" Well, 38 people showed up at the meetup. So I said, "Guys, I guess this is the first annual Helen, Georgia meetup. Let's do it again next year." And then we had like 50 something the next year, 60 something the next year, 80 something the next year. Last year we had 101 show up.
Sure did. It's crowded.
And here it is, the fifth annual already. So, and cool thing about it is, we got so many new people coming in. I mean, it's crazy. Now we got some that had plans, years in the making, that were here last year that couldn't make it last year. They on cruises. They're like, "Why do we do that?" So we're not making no more cruise plans during the meetup because everybody's loving the meetup.
Yeah.
But if anybody have any questions whatsoever, whatever, just let me know. I do have a Facebook group specifically for this, and it's called the 5th Annual Helen, Georgia Meetup. And I just posted a bunch of stuff today. Carolyn, I put the menu. I'm gonna try to get the menu. You'll see ahead of time. That way, hopefully, I'm working close with the restaurant. We maybe be able to take orders. Because who wants to spend your time taking orders? We want to have fun, right?
They were working so hard last time trying to get everything. So
yes. I'm trying to streamline these things. So, but anyway, so the times and everything, for the restaurant and other events that's going on, and there's all kinds of things to do around Helen. You guys.
Oh, I know it so much.
Oh, Anarubi Falls. I love nature. I like walking around like trails and stuff like that. And you walk up to Anarubi Falls. You can even watch a Cabbage Patch be born. The Cabbage Patch dolls. All that stuff, and it's just really, really neat. So
they have don't they have a railroad or something that comes down out of the
mountain?
Something there also that you can ride.
They do. That's now I just actually found out about that recently. I haven't not been on that one yet, but it's about 30 minutes out of Helen, close by. But I'm going to find out more about that. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So, when are you coming? You coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
I'm going to come up Friday. I don't know if I'll be there by the time for the ice cream. Hopefully, I will. But just whatever time I can get through around here, getting animals took care of and all that stuff, pop on up.
Okay. And another thing too, if anybody's out there listening or whatever, we stay at the Hellendorf Hotel. You don't have to stay at the Hellendorf Resort, but if you contact them, not by email or online, but if you call them and you say, "My channel name is Magnificent Germany with Darren," you tell them, "Hey, I'm with the group Magnificent Germany with Darren. Here's the dates." They'll give you a 10% discount. So, which is really good. So, maybe if I can say 1%, send me some 1%.
Yeah, if it'll save a little bit on the tax, it helps. It really does.
Right. Absolutely. Wow. So when are you starting your garden?
I'm going to actually put plants in it as far as things that the weather can kill around here, probably the end of March. But I'm going to start the last week of this month. I'm going to start my plants so that they'll be ready to transplant. I'll have them in smaller containers or whatever, and have them ready to transplant out into the garden. So they'll have a jump start anyway,
Right. I see Jean River Homestead plant corns in squares, not long rows. I never did it. I always did it in long rows.
Yeah.
Does that really make a difference?
It doesn't really matter. I don't know. Some people say it does because of the pollinating, but I guess it's according to how much corn you grow,
I'm going to try it. I mean, this is perfect timing, So I'm gonna look into that. Let me see, Petite Jean River Homestead. I'll come by and check you out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, hey, I don't want to hog up this place, but I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here listening. But
thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to see you again.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there.
All right, and Oh, I guess there's no peaches yet, right? Not till June.
No, no, not now. If there were, I'd bring you some, but not
Man,
right
no, this Florida boy loves some peaches.
yeah, I had plenty of plums this past year, but toward the end there, they started getting that same whatever it is where the something goes into them and brought some from the inside out. So I have got to figure out what that is. I cut my plum trees way back this year. And hopefully, Mr. Max, my friend that's 96 years old, told me to mix up cement or mortar mix with lime and to paint the trunks of my trees, the main trunks of my trees. And he said that will help an awful lot. And I remember when I was a kid, we used to see all the fruit trees and pecan trees there. All of them would be painted up 4 or 5 foot high all the way around, white. And I always wondered why they did that. I guess that's why. So he was telling me I need to do that would help me a lot with them.
I saw that.
Insects and things don't like the lime, when they're crawling through there. I guess it makes them sick, kills them, whatever. But so I'm going to do that, but I'm going to be doing that real soon here before the leaves and blooms start putting out, because I want to have it done before I start getting peaches while they're tiny.
I learned 2 things on here. I'm gonna check out this square stuff that's for the thing, and then I always wonder about why do they paint them things, the trees. So that's why. Wow.
I guess that's why. Yeah, that's what he said. And his daughter was telling me that he always had beautiful fruit off his trees. And I know I've gotten tons of pears off his trees before. And back in the day, we would get them up, and we'd put up our pear preserves and all that. And I'd put up pear syrup. Oh my God, it's so good. I'll bring you some pears if I think about it. I'll try to write myself up and bring you some pears. But anyway, yeah,
I just Googled your name and your picture popped up. That's awesome.
I did it, really? Check that out. Dang.
There we go.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, while I'm there, maybe you can write me down the steps of how to get on your Saturday night thing to put in some videos, because I cannot do that for some reason. The last time was really a script, so I hadn't even attempted since then.
Well, hey, anytime you ready to rock and roll on that, we will, absolutely. And what Carolyn's talking about is on Saturday nights we have it's called the Saturday Spotlight.
Yeah.
Me and Sherry from Sherry Awesome Sunset Travels, that's our channel name. She hosts a live stream before a series of premieres. So say if I have a video or Carolyn has a video out, it will be in a playlist of different YouTube channels until it's over. And they're all in a row, so you can't miss it. So it's pretty neat. But feel free to contact me, and I'll be glad to assist you in any way at all. So, what's New Horizon? New Horizon saying closer to Helen area. I have friends.
He's moving from Missouri to closer to the Helen.
Oh, okay.
He has friends there. So
as a matter of fact, Sherry, Awesome Sunset Travels, the one I was telling you about that hosts the live stream, which I'm going to be hosting the next two Saturdays because she's going on a cruise. So I'm filling in for her. Cool. She's in Missouri, so she's not far from.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
No, she should come to the Missouri meetup then and meet some folks up there. It's June the 2nd, I believe.
June the 2nd. Oh.
Yeah, I had it wrote down, but of course my notes are in yonder. Of course, I've never organized. I did run in today, guys. I didn't really have a chance, but yeah.
You know where it's at?
And let you know it's at Palm de Terra State Park. It's a campground, and it's just all day on Palm. I got it in my phone.
Okay. Just send it to me. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So it's just a Saturday where we go on Thursday and hang out, and we all camp, and just the bunch of YouTubers will get together and camp at the same little area in the campground, and go and do your own thing if you want to, or you can hang out there with everybody, and we just sit around, chew the fat, and talk about each.
That's what I'm talking about.
That kind of thing. So it's a lot of fun.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my cup of tea.
They have a really big lake there too that we we're right there on the side of the lake. And so, if you want to do some fishing, it's easy to get the day license and all. I figured you would think about that. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Every chance I get. Oh my
anyway,
goodness.
well, dang. They were telling me today, thank you so much for coming in. I've been selling my eggs, guys. And do you want me to check you out? Are you ready to go, Darren?
Yeah, I got to get going, but I'm gonna be listening. I gotta do some stuff here, but I'm gonna be sitting there listening. I want to hear about your eggs.
Yeah, I was just saying that I started selling my farm raised fresh eggs, the free range eggs, to the guy that has a little restaurant. It's more of a takeout place, but I'm selling them really cheap. And he said even if the price of eggs goes down below what I'm charging him for them, that he will still buy my eggs for the same price because he would rather sell the farm fresh eggs, And so I was surprised and thrilled at that. So he's getting about 4 to 6 dozen eggs from me a week, which I still get the eggs that I want and helps me out with the feed cost. But the reason I was saying it, Mr. McCord was telling me that crackers, I guess you know what a cracker is. He said down in Florida and Louisiana area, that's what they're called. I don't know if he's talking about crappie. If crappie is a cracker, I don't know. But he was saying that they're biting right now, and he's going Sunday to fish at West Point Lake. So anyway, whatever a cracker is, he's after them. Hello, Hiking with Jackie Boy. How are you, dear? And let's see if I missed anybody else. I just paid $7.50 for a dozen eggs. Well, I'm selling mine for $2.50 a dozen, but now they have to furnish the egg carton or bring my egg cartons back. Otherwise, they pay 75 cents more if they don't have their egg cartons. So, it's enough. It just helps me out, and I'm going to have more eggs than we can eat anyway. So it's helping me out, and it's helping out the little small guys around here. The neighbors get some, and my brother-in-law gets some, and then this guy over here at the little restaurant's getting some. And so it's helping us all out around here, and I'm thrilled to death. So, you just never know what's going to happen. I was just surprised that he was interested. I had like 7 dozen eggs, and I called my girlfriend that lives over here, and I said, Jessie, do you or your sister Margie, anybody need any eggs right now? I've got 7 dozen eggs, and they're going to go bad if I don't do something with them. And I didn't want to have to put them in the lime, and all that too. So she said, yeah, she said, I'll talk to Margie. She said, she just bought some. She said, I'll ask Margie. Well, anyway, so then she texted me back and said, no, Margie said not until next week. I said, okay. Well, I just happened to be heading over to the little store, and I said, well, I'm going to take some eggs over there and see if anybody at the store wants to buy any. And he told me, he said, why don't you check with the little restaurant up front, the little takeout place? And so I did, and he said, yep, I'll take them all. Well, I just sold 2 dozen when I got there, so to people in the restaurant before he got to talk to me. So then his wife called me yesterday and said, hey, if you got any more eggs, we'd love to have them. And that's when he told me he'd take all I can get him. So I'm thrilled to death about that. Gas went up 20 cents a gallon this week. That's right. It sure has. There's a lot of changes. I don't know how we're going to handle it, y'all. I don't know how we're going to handle it, but we're going to have to deal with it the best way we can. We put this carport out here, and guys, it is up. I've got a video. I just can't find the darn chip, the microchip. I took it out because I was going to use the GoPro for something else. And I thought I laid it right there on the top of my laptop. Well, I may have, but if I find the chip, I'm going to do, because I videoed the whole darn thing, And so I was going to post it while they were building it, what all they did and all. It was pretty cool how they did the thing. But I'm excited about it, guys. I got new lights out there. I put up, I call them fairy lights, the little lights. And I don't want them blinking. I just wanted them out there. I put them in, and then I put some motion detector lights. I put one on each end, each edge of not really out to the edge, but on each side of the back door, about 10 foot off the back door. And so if you come up on the left side of the house and walk toward the back door, the lights come up. If you come up on the right side, they come on too. So there's no way you're coming up out there without us knowing about it. So I thought that was great. And then we got the security, cameras too out. So, we'll know what's going on, guys, one way or the other, one way or the other. But we're just so excited with all that's going on around here. I've been loving not having to walk out in the rain to get in the car and get my shoes wet, having to swap shoes every time. It has been fantastic. Joey has not parked his vehicle under there yet. And I told him, well, that's okay. I'll just love the whole thing. So I'm parking right in the center of it right now. He'll eventually make me move, I'm sure. But I'm loving every bit of it right now. Anyway, 20 cents a gallon. I know it. Gosh, dreading it. I'm dreading it, guys. But, I guess if we're putting tariffs on the other folks, they're going to try to start charging us too. But that's the way it goes. Anyway. But I'm proud of some of the things that our new president is doing. Maybe not everything, but we don't know what else going in up there. And I know for a fact that there is a lot of wasted money being spent in our governments. Just for military, like they said, $100 for a hammer or $1,000 for a hammer. You would be surprised at how many ballpoint pens that we pay for, like $100 a piece and stuff. It's just ridiculous. So I do believe a lot of that is going to be weeded out, guys. I really hope it is, because there's no sense in it, and if it costs each individual a little more to get us out of this debt that we're in, that's wonderful. I don't mind paying my share as long as everybody else does. Now, I don't like the idea of giving away the money that I've worked for to people that aren't even part of this country, but you know how that goes too. I don't get to choose everything that gets done. I can give them my opinion. They can get my opinion quite often. Anyway, guys. Anyway, I better get off of that subject because I can roll with it now. I can roll with it. Anyway. Darren said he's a Florida cracker. Yeah, you are now. Lord, I can't imagine. Yeah, there's a guy here that has a channel and he sells his eggs as organic and he's licensed and all that. He sells them for $10 a dozen. And this was before they went so dang high, y'all. I can't even imagine anybody that would pay $10 a dozen. But it's like he said, by the time you go to town, you get the feed, the money you spend hauling that feed, the money you spend cleaning stalls, putting in what he keeps his chickens. They're free range, but they're kept up at night just like mine are. And he buys all the extra everything for them and all that. He said, by the time you buy the cartons for them and everything else, he said, you've got $4 or $5 in them. And if you're going to make any kind of profit to make it worthwhile to take them and sell them, I just cannot imagine anybody that wants to pay that for a carton of eggs. I guess I've just had eggs so long that the 3 dozen I had to buy through Thanksgiving and Christmas, I just thought was a terrible thing. That my ladies were not working right for me. I had a long talk with them. I said, look here, I know how to get rid of y'all if y'all start laying me some eggs. We started getting them. Yep, we did. So anyway, just I'm thrilled to be baking a little bit to be able to put back toward the feed for these girls and keep them going. Got 3 roosters, going to be taking them to the sale probably the second weekend in this the 5th. Yeah, 1st and 3rd, 2nd and 4th. The 4th weekend of this month. I have to keep up with when. I'm be going to the sale over in Clay County, Alabama. It's called the Clay County Goat Sale or whatever. But anyway, he said he gets his eggs mostly at Walmart. Yeah, but the eggs at Walmart are expensive, but they're expensive at all the grocery stores right now. With them destroying all the chickens with this supposed bird flu, you just don't know. I don't know what the bird flu is supposed to do to people. It makes you wonder. And, we don't have any animals around here dropping dead. So hopefully we don't have any birds or other kind of, free-ranging birds, ducks, or whatever that might be flying through this area going to be dragging it in. I'm hoping to God we don't, get any of that stuff down here in Georgia. But I know a lot of places have, and they've destroyed a ton of chicken, these hatcheries and all for them, or the ones that are raising them up. What do they raise them? 6 weeks or 10 weeks and then set them on to the processors. I don't know. They claim that they leave those things with the lights on and they just eat 24/7, the whole 6 weeks is how they process them like that. But the chickens, they don't weigh but about 3-4 pounds when they do that. 5 about the most, I guess they get. But, I don't know a whole lot about that. And it makes you wonder that they grow them off so quick if it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, sorry, folks. But I'm thrilled that my little girls are cooperating completely now. I found another hiding spot. I've heard one cackling out there, and I just happened to be out there. And so after they left the area, I went to looking and found another. And in an old chicken, it's one of those little starter pens, like you can buy at Walmart or Tractor Supply or something. Somebody had gave me one, and I was raising some babies in it. And anyway, it had just got pushed up in the pasture because the bottom had started rotting out, and I didn't replace it like a dummy. So now it's just sitting there wasting, taking up space. And they need to either destroy it or redo it, But I got tickled. I understand that if they have eggs, that's exactly right. There's such a shortage. They were talking about on the news here the other day about the shortage of eggs in the area and why they're costing so much. And just the chicken meat in general. I know even at Aldi's, the price of the frozen tenders and stuff like that has went up over $1 a bag in the last 6 months or so. So it makes a difference. I usually buy just the tenders because I'm making like chicken and dumplings or something like that instead of, the normal things that everybody else makes. I don't do a whole lot of chicken tenders unless I'm wanting to cook them up to make a chicken sandwich or something like that out of. Anyway, guys, but I've really had fun this year getting started with all that. But yeah, I got to get out there. I've got some little tiny things about an inch high coming up in my garden. So I got to get those, my beds all raked out and get them ready so that they will be ready and get those things kind of turned back in. They'll be decomposing and adding stuff in. And there's Reverend Joe Jacobson. Hello, hello. How are you, Mr. Joe? Glad to have you. And we have had beautiful weather here, Mr. Joe. I don't know about up there where y'all are, but it has been absolutely gorgeous. We've even had weather up to 85 already. Beautiful nights. Now, last night was a little cooler, and they say that the next week it's going to start getting cooler. I even put some of my flowers outside on the front porch so that they could get some real sunshine instead of just what they're getting through the window. And the aquarium or plant lights that I have. Anyway, but sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah, trying to get everything ready and set to go. I want to plant me a lot of squash again this year. We really enjoyed the yellow squash. I would love to plant some English cucumbers, but I got to find somebody that has some English cucumbers. And guys, while I'm here, let me show. I got a Christmas card. It was late, but it's from Jennifer Dowham, Dowwhan, and she is from Canada. Look at that. I was thrilled. She sent me some tomato seed, and so I've got to try out these. They're some heritage tomatoes. They're called, it's from Rainbow Seeds, and these are Mortgage Lifter tomato. So I'm going to try these and see how they come out. I'm going to start my seeds right off. Let's see. 34 degrees today. Oh, no. Well, my husband has had that since before Christmas. So I feel for you. Yeah, he's gotten over his finally, but he's still got a little bit of a congestion, but not nearly as bad as it was. Oh, freezing temperatures predicted for the week. Wow, wow, wow. That don't sound good. I'm not looking forward to any more cold. We done got used to this nice weather. In fact, we've had on shorts around here. I've had on shorts around here. My granddaughter and I've had on shorts around here. Getting some things done. I've got to get my old shed cleaned out. They call it Carol's Closet. That's what they put on the door whenever they built it for me. I've got to get it cleaned out because when I emptied up the camper and a couple other things, the horse trailer and my big camper, I had stuff just packed in there, guys. And when I got the new camper, I already had a lot of stuff. So I just got stuff thrown in there, and I have got to get it all brought back out and taken care of so that I can see what's in there. Also, I don't have all the horses anymore that I used to, and I'm going to bring out all my horse stuff and probably put it on Marketplace or somewhere and just sell the stuff for people that live close by, that they can pick up. I don't want to be mailing anything or driving it or whatever. I've got several saddles that I need to sell. I've got a couple of a Tucker saddle, which is really nice. Let's see. Kevin said it's been in the 70s there this week, or will be in the 70s. Yeah, they say it's going to warm up here into the upper 60s, I think, but it's going to be cooler than what we've had in the last couple of weeks. But I will take that, anything over that 0 degrees and, 16, 17 degrees, man. My old bones just can't handle it. It didn't used to bother me. I'd run around all the time with no coat on, but boy, howdy. These old bones now feel every bit of it. Yeah. You're near San Antonio. Yeah, I don't think Jovita doesn't live that far away from San Antonio. There where they are. Let's see. High, Kevin says, not here. High in the 40s in Arkansas. Oh, wow, next week. So we're supposed to have it in the 60s, so I'm proud of that. But it's supposed to drop down into the 30s. And even a couple of nights, it's supposed to get down into the upper 20s. But that's a whole lot better than down in the teens, guys. A whole lot better than down in the teens. But hopefully this won't last too long, But I just thought it was so sweet. I just really wasn't looking for a Christmas card, but this lady sent me a Christmas card. Jennifer did, and I just want to tell her thank you so much for it in case she's watching. Anyway, but I'm going to start these seeds up starting at the end of February probably, and have my tomato plants on up pretty good size when I plant them. So I'll start getting my tomatoes right away. And I'm going to be using some Miracle Grow, so hopefully we can get everything bumped up. But I'm planning on planting some early peas here in the next couple of weeks out there, probably the next week, in fact, in my bigger bed. I'll plant them and let them run up the terrace. And then after that, we may plant some more yard long beans. I don't know. I've really got quite a few jars of yard long beans still in the cabinet, so I may not plant them. But they are so nice to take to places and give away, and the seeds also. Let's see. Snow in the Gulf again. We're hoping not. We are hoping not. Not right now. They're not saying anything about snow, but it has been kind of drizzly and rainy for the last couple of days off and on. So we're really hoping that we don't get any more. Whew, y'all, I've got the yawns. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we excited about that. I really are. I want to plant a lot of peppers this year. So that I can grind and have my own red peppers for my chilies and stuff, chili sauces and all this year. So I have to buy so much chili powders this year. Anyway, just things. But guys, I'll tell y'all what I did the other day. I was making some lemon crack cookies. I don't know if you guys have ever ate them, but they're really good and they're not real sweet. But I said, well, I'll video this and we'll put it out as a video. on my channel. Well, I videoed that thing and went through the whole details and blah, blah, blah. You know how you do. Got ready to put that thing on. The camera was not recording the whole time. It was playing like crazy. Nothing was recorded. I said, holy cow, now how did I do that? That's how dingy I am at times, guys. That's how dingy I am. Anyway, I saw the light flashing. I thought it was flashing, showing me that the camera was recording. I thought I'd mash record. Maybe I didn't mash it hard enough. I don't know. But anyway, comes to find out that one of the lights outside was flashing and it was reflecting in the darn on the GoPro. So it picked up that little light, and that's when I thought it was recording. So I thought, here we go, I'm ready. Anyway, so it was really funny to think about. Havitas didn't give me that 5-minute warning, guys. Got that 5-minute warning going. But guys, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming in and hanging out with me for the evening. Listen to me rattle on about what's good and what's bad in my life at the time. We're all blessed, whether you want to believe it or not. The good Lord's helped us all out in one way or another. Sometimes we don't appreciate the way things turn out, but you know what? In the end, it's for the best, even for us. Let's see. Peppers and cilantro comes up every year. I planted it 3 years ago. Never had to plant it again. Well, I haven't had any luck with my cilantro. I plant it and the darn chickens get in it. So this year, we got the fence up. So at the end of last year or during last year. So I'm hoping that will make a difference and I can get some more cilantro. I am got a box out and I'm going to get it ready this week and put some good dirt in it. And I put carrot seed in there and I'm going to cover it. So hopefully the carrots will come up, and I don't have any, I have a few grubs in my garden bed. So I am hoping we can get rid of some of those grubs, guys. And they won't get in my carrots because they will eat those carrot seeds in a heartbeat, guys. Anyway, Wheat says that they're fixing to call it a night. Thank you, Wheat, for coming in, checking out a channel and hanging out with all of us tonight. Yeah, it's just about over with. I think we got about 3 minutes left. But guys, I always try to tell y'all to be nice to people that you don't know that are being ugly to you because we don't know what they're going through. There's so much mental illness in our country. There's so many people that are committing suicide, and that's the one sin that we cannot be forgiven for. So we just hope and pray that we can make a difference in one person's life. If we can just make a difference in one person's life out there, we've accomplished a good goal, because there's so many people that don't nowadays. Yes, exactly. Wheat says, y'all be sure and give that thumbs up. So appreciate that. Yeah. But my critters, I didn't tell y'all. I'll rush and tell y'all. Rosie got ran over Thursday. We think she's okay. She was really, really sore all day Friday. I think it just bumped her. I don't think the lady actually ran all the way over her because she ran back to the truck and jumped in the truck. She was over at Joey's place and with him, because she likes to go over there every time he goes. And she had wandered up there. The people at one of the businesses across the way there were out there talking, and I think she thought they were calling her, and she had wandered up there and somehow or another got in the edge of the road, and the lady was all tore up that she ran over, and she didn't see Joey down there, so she went up to his brother's house and told her that she had run over his dog, and he said, well, no, my dogs are here. So he called Joey, and Joey says, yeah, she's here, but she just jumped up in the truck, And so anyway, the lady comes down and said, yep, that's the dog I ran over. Said she was flopping around and, everything. She just knew she was gone. So I don't know whose live is next. Guys, I really don't. There used to be a couple of guys that came in right behind me every time, but then they've not been doing that lately. But I'm going to let y'all go. We think Rosie's okay. She's still real sore a little bit. I think it may have jammed her face or head a little bit, not necessarily her face, but anyway, So if she continues to do as good as she is, I'm not going to take her to the vet. She's not bruised anywhere. I've mashed her all over, checked all her little bones and things. She seems to be fine. Doesn't look like there's any bleeding inside. I always check her every day to make sure there's nothing there. So anyway, guys, I am so glad y'all came in tonight. Thank y'all so much. My hour is just about up, but I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all come on back next week and we'll jabber some more. Good, bad, or indifferent. Good night, folks. Bye.